clays flying, engines roaring full. Side by side, leaning into the fight, chasing that checkered flag at night. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust, ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Finished steel, we're tough as nails, one lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. Got blood in the gears, fuel in the veins, working all week just to feel this strain. On the edge, we don't play it safe, running that wall, we're hitting the brakes. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust, ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Finished steel, we're tough as nails, one lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Let's get ready for some ARCA Clay Clash as these guys hit the track at I-55 here tonight. It is going to be 50 laps for tonight's main event. Right now, these guys are out here on the track. Uh-oh. I got to change up my ticker. It is still broken. Actually, I can do this. What's up, Duckman? What's up, buddy? All right, I need to fix the ticker real quick. They've been having a few issues over at SDK. We're going to go ahead and fix that up real quick. Give me 1 minute. Hopefully that fixes it. Is it going to fix it? It does not fix it. All right, just trying to fix the ticker. SDK had some issues, and we are trying to get that situated. Hold on, I see the chat out there, guys. Trying to get this fixed. What's up, Wallace? What's up? Yeah, he stuck it up. Yeah, he definitely struggled. Kenny, what's up? What's up, buddy? I need a PC. Yeah, definitely. PC is definitely handy, as it looks like the ticker is finally back up. All right, we are getting ready for tonight. We got about 3.5 minutes left here in practice as these guys are out on the track. It is going to be Remington James at the top of the charts. He did get out there early. Moody is out there right now putting some laps in, or was out there a minute ago putting some laps in. Looks like we got 14-ish cars getting ready for tonight's race. Oh. Let's see. Anybody else that has not made it all the way in? Looks like Pierce is the only one that has not made it all the way back in. Well, he packet dropped. We'll see. Wait for him to get back in. Looking like 14 cars. What's up, Jax? What's up, buddy? As we have about 2 minutes and 45 seconds for tonight's main event. Well, tonight's qualifying. It is going to be 3 laps here tonight for qualifying. They do get points off of qualifying. They get points off the heats. We are taking 16 cars into tonight's feature. So right now it looks like everybody is going to make it. If you guys have not ran this series and you want to, it is open hosted. First 24 cars in, get the race. At least in the features, at least in the consies and the heat races. As we are going to get these guys lined up here in just a few minutes for qualifying. Let's see if we got anybody else straggling in a little bit late. Looks like we got one more car, number 15. Who is that going to be? Timothy Mesmer going to make it. Nice. So Timothy's going to make it out. Go Texas Speed. We got Lovelace out there. Obviously, Jonathan's on, working on moving back to you, right? So our quick time right now going to be the number 36 of Remington James as we close in on qualifying here tonight. Hey, Remington.
Yep.
Hit page up. You got to do it in the car. In the car. Waiting for the reaction.
Nothing's happening.
Oh, it's not changing your camera angle?
No.
Oh, I got relaxed camera angle on. It might not be set up in options, but I do have relaxed camera angles on. So usually the default is page up and page down.
I got it.
So Shane Haas is going to be racing from the blimp tonight.
Hell, I might as well.
You know, last time we had somebody race from the blimp, they put somebody to the inside wall at Charlotte. I don't know if you remember when Max did that to Brett.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
All right, so this is going to be the end of practice here. 20 seconds left as we get ready for tonight's qualifying. It is going to be 3 laps. They got 3 minutes to do it here tonight. Quick time will get the pole. They can use it however they want. What's up, Robert? Right? You know, they should take what they have with the ARCA car and put a hobby stock body on it, because that's how people are comparing them, is to like the hobby stocks and the pro stocks. So it'd be really cool to see them do that. But yeah, 70s. I mean, they got the street stocks, but they only got one for dirt for us. We definitely need some more options as we are going to get into qualifying. Everybody's going to jump in. I think most of you guys have been here. Some of you guys are new. I will do a driver's meeting at the beginning of heat race number 1. All right, these guys going to jump out onto the track. Looks like Kevin Fulmer going to be out there in that number 35 machine, putting down his lap here tonight. Does look like we got a few more guys in here. Might be pushing it on having to send people home here tonight, as Kevin's going to struggle a little bit with the handling of that number 35. He does have 3 laps here. He's going to go with the first quick time with a 14.371. I got a feeling it's going to have to be a 13 to get on the pole here tonight. We're going to find out, as Kevin's going to come across the line here once again. He is able to pick up the pace on lap number 2 with a 2:27. Zach Lovelace, we want to watch him. He is being getting quick. You are seeing this right. ARCA cars on dirt. This is the ARCA Clay Clash. We run this every Wednesday, as Lovelace is going to go third quick as Brayton and Jeffrey go to the top of the boards. But we do this. They are probably the best dirt car right now on dirt, and it's not even a dirt car. All right, we got our points leader, Landon Moody. He has won 2 out of 3 races so far this season. It is phenomenal. It is so much fun. Moody going to put it on the pole with a 14.006, I think that says. Hard for me to tell, as Moody goes to the top of the charts. I thought it was going to take a 13, but looks like a very low 14 going to get the pole here tonight, unless someone can pull a rabbit out the hat. Looks like we got exactly 16 cars for tonight's session, so it looks like everybody is going to make it unless somebody new is popping in. Let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like everybody's going to make it here tonight. Looks like we might not even get a Consi, as Moody is at the top of the charts. Here comes Remington James. Remington James was the quickest in practice here tonight. Gabe, is Gabe still in here? I hope Gabe's still in here. Good deal. Gabe is in here. Gabe's a good dirt driver. Want to see what he's able to do in this, as Remington going to get sideways out of turn number 4. It's first 24 cars in the session get the run. We do it every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when the session opens. Remington going to be 5th quick as he comes across the line to complete lap number 3. Remington going to start 5th here tonight. Actually, he's going to start 3rd tonight in heat race number 1. Now we got Gabe Elkins in the 07 out there. He's going to put the throttle down on the dirt as he starts lap number 1 here tonight, and he's going to blink out. Oh, that's the end of qualifying. That is unfortunate for Gabe. He does not get a lap in. You're still going to make it, Gabe. We don't have more than 16 people, so. All right, let's get ready for heat race number 1. Starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 1, it is going to be Landon Moody. And I got all the wrong info up at the top, so we're going to go ahead and fix that up. I messed up, guys. All right, guys, just a quick update on what's going on here tonight. I might not get through the starting grid, but that's okay. All right, so it is going to be all starts on leader. Anytime after the pace car pulls off, you can give the pace car a little bit of room, start in the middle of 3 and 4 on out. We don't normally clear black flags unless something happens. Do not change lanes until after the start-finish line unless obviously somebody's in the way and you got to make that move. Obviously, I'm going to use my discretion, but do not sit back to make the jump on the start. Biggest thing here tonight, guys, is voice chat. I don't care if you have a problem with somebody, you want to mic up and tell them they're a freaking moron. You're good to do that. Just leave it at 1 and done. If you do keep it going, I probably will remove you. Make sure you guys watch the stream on MDiTV on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok as the green flag comes out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway. Moody going to have some competition as Timothy on his outside in that number 2 machine. What's up? What's up, Clint? Did I do something? Down into turn number 3 and 4. Moody's going to slide up the track. Crossover by Timothy. Timothy looking to shake down Landon Moody here. He gets a little sideways. Can't pull the slide. They're going to be side by side out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Timothy going to slide up the track. Moody going to come back with the cut down. Big run out of turn number 4. Down into 1 and 2. Moody going to stay down on the bottom. Timothy going to get the run on the outside. Drag race down the back straightaway. Look for Moody to slide him in turn number 3 and 4. No, he's going to keep it on the bottom as they come out of turn number 4 to the line. It's going to be Moody at the line that time by. 3 laps complete as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Moody's going to blink out a little bit there as they head into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be halfway through 4 laps to go as they bang doors out of turn number 4. Moody slid up the track, got into the door. Timothy is there still side by side out of turn number 2. What a race here in heat race number 1. Down into 1 and 2. Moody's going to slide up, makes him put the brakes on as he's got Brayton right behind him. Brayton's going to be in that number 3 spot in the catbird seat. If these guys get together, Timothy gets sideways. Big save out of the number 2. Remember, Timothy is on a controller. That's going to allow Moody to pull away as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Battle's going to be for second. Brayton's going to pull into that number 2 spot as Timothy Besmear fights down on the bottom. James, thank you for the follow. Braden, thank you for the share. Appreciate that as they come out of turn number 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go for Moody. Moody's going to grab the wall. Here comes Brayton trying to dig in. Can't quite get there as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. One last time. Moody's going to take the win in heat race number 1. Brayton, Timothy Mesmer, Jeffrey Anders, Shane Haas, Keelan Tate, Bradley Stefan, and Clint Sheehan rounding out the field. That was a great heat race, guys. Great heat race. All right, we're going to pull these guys out onto the track for heat race number 2. Just making sure I am on race control. We got our pavement princess starting on the pole here tonight. Remember, the start is on Lovelace. Start on Lovelace. Starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 2, it's going to be Zach Lovelace. Outside of him in the number 25, it's going to be Pierce Aiken. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 36 machine, it's going to be Remington James. Outside of him in that number 7 machine, it's going to be Magnus Anderson. Starting inside row number 3 in that number 35 machine, it is going to be Kevin Fulmer. Outside of him in the number 60, it's going to be Dalton Erb. Then rounding out the field here tonight, watch for him to come up through the field. It is going to be the 07 of Gabe Elkins. Looking for the green flag this time by as they come down the back straightaway. Lovelace will probably go a little bit late. Bub, thank you for the share. as they head down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4, looking for that green flag. As they come out of 4, green flag is out. Good start by Lovelace as he comes out of turn number 4. I almost expected him to wait. As they head into turn number 1 and 2, Lovelace takes the lead. Here comes Remington up underneath Pierce. Definitely a fierce group of cars in heat race number 2. Looking like a good race as they come out of turn number 4 across the line to complete lap number 1. Lovelace is going to control the field. Gabe back here minding his time as they got contact. Big hit into the inside. It's going to be Anderson into the inside wall hard as they come out of turn number 4. We got Dalton Erb around. So a couple people going around in heat race number 2 as Lovelace continues to lead. Pierce in second. Fulmer in third, Remington James in fourth, Gabe Elkins in fifth, Magnus Anderson in the number 6 spot, and Dalton Erb in 7th. Nice little lead here for Zach Lovelace as Pierce going to sit in that number 2 spot, but he's got Kevin trying to reel him in as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. 4 laps complete, 4 laps to go as the battle for second definitely starting to heat up. Pierce trying to hold on. Here comes the 34 of Kevin Fulmer. Man, it just doesn't feel right. I am saying it right, though. Fulmer in that number 35, going to hit the top side on the cushion, grab the momentum out of turn number 2. We got a slow car down on the bottom. That's going to be Dalton Erb. He's going to roll the bottom, let these guys around as Lovelace continues to lead. Pierce in second. Fulmer in that number 3 spot. Remington James creeping back up on these guys as they come out of turn number 2 into 3 and 4. It's going to be white flag this time by battle for second. Definitely starting to heat up. Lovelace going to lead this one. He just needs to not make a mistake as Remington's going to grab the wall as they head down the back straightaway through turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Lovelace with the win here tonight. Pierce Akins in second. Fulmer in third, James in fourth, Elkins, Anderson, and Erb rounding out the field. Lambtree, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Just for you guys that are here for the first time, there will be cautions in the feature, just not in the heats or the consi. There is no consi today. We are going right to the feature. McKee, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. But we all know what time it is here as we get lined up on the track. Let's go through tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight in that number 84 machine, it's going to be Landon Moody. Outside of him in the 00, it's going to be Zach Lovelace. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 28 machine, it is going to be Brayton Kajewski. I think I'm saying that right. Outside of him in the number 25, it's going to be Pierce Akins. Starting inside row number 5 in that row number 3 in that number 2 machine, it is going to be Timothy Mesmer. Outside of him in the number 35, it's going to be Kevin Fulmer. Starting inside row number 4 in the number 3 machine, it's going to be Jeffrey Anders. Outside of him in the number 36, it's going to be Remington James. Starting inside row number 5 in the number 98 machine, it's going to be Shane Haas. Outside of him in the 07, it's going to be Gabe Elkins. Starting inside row number 6, it's going to be Keaton Tate. Outside of him, it is going to be Magnus Anderson. Then rounding out the field here tonight, it is going to be Dalton Erb and Clint Sheehan as they get ready for the green flag. Landon Moody leads the way down the back straightaway as they head for turn number 3 and 4. It is I-55. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. It's going to be Moody leading the way as they head into 1 and 2. He's going to try to break free as he leaves them side by side behind him. Lovelace going to have his hands full as he tries to dig up underneath Moody. Can't quite get there as they come down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Moody going to lead lap number 1 as Lovelace is holding on to that back bumper as they come out of turn 2 down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. You can see there's 3 or 4 different lines these guys are running. This track is very racy right now as they come down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Moody going to continue to lead. Battle's going to be for that number 2 spot as Brayton's up underneath Lovelace down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Traffic behind these guys. They have to be happy where they're at. It is absolute chaos. Oh, we got Issues in the back. We got them going around. Caution flag comes out. All right, caution flag comes out here tonight. Let's go take a look and see what happened to Mr. Shane Haas. Tire Doctor, thank you for the rose. Appreciate that. Oh, I think they just came together. Oh. Just a stack up. I think the 115 was coming up. Shane got loose. Shane got off the wall. That is unfortunate. So Shane hit the wall, bounced down into the 115, got a tag from behind. Caution flag comes out. These guys going to get it situated, facing the right way as Moody leads the field. So Landon Moody commanding this race so far, but Lovelace not letting him get away as we got 3 laps into this one as they come down the back straightaway looking for the green flag this time by. Going to be 2x2 into turn number 3 and 4. About to go green flag as they come out of turn number 4. Oh, it got delayed. Oh, Pierce. I guess Pierce had some damage. He had to go get that repaired. They're going to take the green flag this time by as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4, side by side. Green flag is out. Green flag is out. Moody gets a great jump. So does Brayton down on the bottom side, up underneath Lovelace as they're side by side. Good run for Brayton through 1 and 2. Caution flag comes out. Oh, Keelan, what are you doing? What the fuck just happened? It's a short track, guys. We gotta let the field go by. You will not go a lap down under caution. Caution laps do not count. So if the field's coming, you can just stay there and let them go around. All right. So unfortunately, what happened? Why did it put Moody behind them? That's weird. All right, looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as Brayton's going to send him into turn number 1 and 2. It did mix up the start a little bit. It put Lovelace way in the back. Definitely some odd stuff happening on that restart. What the fuck? I don't really know what it's got going on right now, and if I don't remember where you guys were before that last caution. Yeah, but it mixed everybody up. So I'd have to go all the way back and look and see where everybody was. So I could give you guys the spot, but it's going to screw somebody else, and then, you know what I'm saying? Is the pace truck not out there? Oh. All right. Looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out as Brayton gets on the gas. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Brayton out front. Timothy going to race on the outside as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. So unfortunate situation there as they head through turn number 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Ghost, thank you for the share, by the way, as Moody's going to grab the wall through turn number 1 and 2. He's got a bit of damage. He knocked the nose off, but it didn't look like that hard of a hit. We've already learned that you don't need the nose on these things on dirt, and Moody going to try to make his way back up to the front. Thing is, the two guys in front of him have been quick as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Brayton continues to lead. Timothy going to go jump up to the outside in that number 2 machine as they come out of turn at number 4 down the front straightaway. It is going to be Brayton down on the bottom side. Timothy in second. Landon Moody in third. Definitely a little chaos further back as Moody's going to grab the wall there as we got a battle for the lead. Here comes Timothy looking up underneath Brayton. Can't get it to stick. They're going to go nose to tail into 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2. Somebody was trying to turn around and he backed up the track and Moody got into him. The problem was somebody was so far behind the field he thought he had time to get around is what it was. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, going to be Brayton out front. Timothy in second. Landon Moody in third. Remington James in that number 4 spot with Mangus Anderson in that number 5 position. Great run for the number 7. Oh! Wow, Pierce Akins goes around. Big save there. Had a little bit of help with that save, but absolutely sideways. Gets it back straight. I got to wonder if he's got some wheel damage on that thing. Back up to the front. Battle for that number 4 spot as Remington digging the outside. Mangus up underneath him as Lovelace gets up in the mix. Mangus up the track. Here comes Remington back down low. Remington James in that number 36. He's going to slide him in turn number 1 and 2. Cut down by the 7 of Anderson. Out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Slide job by Anderson. Cut down by James. Great racing as Clint Sheehan goes a lap down as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Clint's going to roll that bottom side in that number 69. Sideways for Remington. He's going to hold on to it as they come down into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for the lead is definitely starting to pick up as Timothy is putting some pressure on that number 28. We're going to go back to this battle as Lovelace is all over the back of Remington. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Great battle here for that number 4 spot. Anderson has it. James wants it. Lovelace just behind him as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Moving back up to the front. Brayton going to continue to lead Timothy in second. Can Timothy catch that number 28 as they head through turn number 1 and 2? Down the back straightaway. Keeping it straight forward now as the field has spread out. 18 laps into this one. Oh, man. Pierce Akins trying to find his way around that number 3. Going to cut up underneath Anders out of turn at number 4. Down the front straightaway. Battle for that number 8 spot. Pierce going to take it. Slides up the track. Here comes Anders back down low. Go Lovelace. Yeah, Lovelace having a good run. He was doing better, but something screwed up with the timing. Out of turn at number 4, down the front straightaway. 20 laps complete. We got 20 laps to go. Lap traffic up ahead for the leaders. The number 60 of Dalton Herb just ahead of these guys as they come out of turn number 2. Dalton's going to move down to the bottom. So Dalton moves down to the bottom as they head through turn number 3 and 4. He's going to roll the bottom, let these guys around, trying to be courteous here as they come out of turn number 4. Here comes Moody around him. He's definitely starting to pick up the pace. I imagine Dalton's going to start to get a bit faster in that number 60. Do not count him out. By the end of the season, he's going to be up to pace, I got a feeling. Back up to the front. Brayton continuing to run in the lead in that number 28. Can't make a mistake. It's so easy to do as he's got a battle for position up in front of him. Keaton's going to bang the wall as they head into 1 and 2. Oh, keep it straight, Keaton. Big save out of the 115. So the 115 struggling a little bit. Keelan in that number 115. Going a lap down here as the leaders go around as it's going to be all Brayton out front right now. Mesmer in that number 2 spot trying to chase them down as they come out of turn number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Looks like Keelan starting to get a little bit of pace in that 115. Consistency is one of his biggest issues as he bangs the wall as they come out of turn number 2. More lap traffic. Shane Haas going to roll the bottom as the leaders jump up to the high side. Next in line in front of him is going to be Kevin. So Shane going to go 1 lap down. Can Kevin stay on the lead lap? Hoping for a caution flag as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. It's going to be Brayton leading the way. Timothy Mesmer starting to breathe down his neck as they come down the front straightaway. It is going to be 28 laps complete. We got 22 laps to go. Yellow flag is out. Yellow, yellow, yellow. So we are going to have to go ahead and give that to Shane Haas. Shane's the first car lap down, so I'm giving him that wave around. So Keelan's going to lose it out of the corner. Does he make contact? No, he just loses it. Oh, he gets the inside wall. He gets the 7. Oh, no. He bit the inside wall trying to stay out of the way. It looks like Lovelace is going to get a little piece of that. That is unfortunate for Lovelace as the caution flag comes out here. Once again, we're going to move back up to the front. It is going to be Brayton leading the way here tonight. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2, looking for the green flag this time by. Does Moody have anything left in the tank of that number 84? My son is watching Very Crazy Racing 84. Let's go. All right, we got him stacked up 2 by 2, looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. Moody's got to be worried. He's got some fast drivers behind him as the green flag is out. So he's trying to keep it in that top 3, possibly get back in the lead as he moves down to the bottom, tries to roll the bottom out of turn number 2 as Brayton pulls away down the back straightaway. He takes Timothy with him as, wow, Tate, what are you doing? As they come out of turn number 4. Timothy going to slide for the lead out of turn number 2. Brayton's going to come back down to the bottom. Drag race down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Brayton doesn't have the room to slide. Going to stay on the bottom as they come out of turn 4. It's going to be Timothy Mesmer at the lead, for the lead that time by. Battle for third really heating up as Mangus Anderson really putting the pressure on Moody as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, side by side for the lead, side by side for third. Timothy's going to bang the wall into turn number 1 and 2. That gives the advantage to Brayton, but here comes Timothy fighting back on the outside, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Brayton going to slide up the track, slides up in front of Timothy. Timothy back with the cut down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Timothy to the point. Here comes Brayton back with the cut down. Beautiful cut down by Brayton. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Brayton going to slide up the track. Timothy going to jump back down as they come across the line. Timothy by a nose at the line. Stays at the bottom. They make contact. Both of them into the inside wall. That's going to give Anderson the lead. Anderson's going to take the lead as Timothy plays a little defense. And Brayton was trying to stick his nose under there. Those guys making contact and going to the back. New race leader, Mangus Anderson in that number 7. Wow, what a change as the caution flag comes out as it looks like Gabe Elkin's going to have a little bit of an issue here. Let's see what happens. Oh, he's going to get... I thought he was going to get victimized there. Oh, he's going to get the inside wall. Oh, he's just trying to pull onto pit road, I think. I think he had enough. So caution flag comes out as Gabe's going to call it a night. Anderson out front, leading the way. Landon Moody in second. Remington James in third. Lovelace. Is it Lovelace? It's Pierce Akins in fourth, and Lovelace in fifth. All right, so big shuffle of position. Moody's going to be starting on the outside of Mangus Anderson. Moody leading the points. His biggest competition is not here tonight. So I guess if there's a race that he might have a rough one with, this is the one he should have it with. As they look for the green flag this time by. Guys, we are 14 laps to go when they take the green flag. Right? Go Moody. Moody's got some work to do. He's got that nose damage and some other damage. Let's see if he's able to take the win here tonight. Hilton Racing, thank you for the follow. Landon, thank you for the follow. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as Mangus not able to clear Moody. Moody's going to hang strong on the outside, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Side by side into turn number 3 and 4. Great racing here tonight as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Brayton trying to make some moves back up into that top three. Unfortunate situation for him and Timothy. Hard racing, put them further in the back. Looks like he's going to make some moves up into the number 4 spot. Battle for the lead as Anderson continues to pressure Moody. We're going to watch the battle for third. It is Remington James on the outside, Brayton on the inside, side by side. Brayton going to slide him. Here comes the cut down by Remington. Oh, Remington in the back of Brayton. They're going to keep it straight. Corrects him out of turn number 2. Good hard racing. It is ARCA cars on dirt. Yes. Yeah, Moody definitely smells blood in the water as Moody leads the way. So Landon Moody out front. No nose here tonight as they come out of turn number 2. Oh, no. Lovelace turned around. Caution flag comes out. This beautiful racing, though. Beautiful racing. It is tight quarters. Let's see what happens here. We are inside 10 laps to go, I think. Let's see. Oh, Lovelace just gets up in the slick. Yep. Just over-rotates, trying not to take out Pierce. And gets into the inside wall. Unfortunate. With no place for Timothy to go, as we are going to get another restart here tonight with 9 laps to go. All right, guys. This should be a single file restart. We are going to be 9 to go when you take the green flag. I know it's been close quarters tonight, a little bit of contact, but phenomenal racing overall. All right, we are going to look for that green flag. It should be 1 to go this time by as they come down the... No, this is the only one tonight. Only one tonight. We're going to try to start changing it up and adding some more stuff, but we're going to wait until it gets a little bit cooler, more wintertime stuff. But we do stream Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays right now. A little bit of dirt, a little bit of asphalt. Looking for the green flag as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Travis, thank you for the follow. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway. Going to be Moody leading the way. Mangus in second as Remington's going to put the pressure on him. Brayton trying to get up into that top 3. Thank you for the silver boxing gloves, Landon. Appreciate that. As they come out of turn number 4, 8 laps to go. 8 more laps for Landon Moody to hold on. This has not been an easy one for him. Battle's going to be for that number 3 spot as Brayton is all over the back of Remington James. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Hayden, thank you for the follow. Travis, thank you for the follow as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. 7 laps to go. A little bit of a battle here as Timothy up underneath Pierce. He's going to give him the door. Pushes Pierce up the track. Takes that number 5 spot back. Here comes Pierce. Pierce going to give him the door back. Big bang into turn number 3 and 4. Timothy's not going to take that. Curious how that's going to be as they come into turn number 3 and 4. On dirt, it would have to be completely slick as the caution flag comes out. Oh no, Remington's going to have an issue. What happened to Remington here? Oh, they just ran out of room. Well, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate as the caution flag comes out here once again. We're going to re-rack them, restack them. As they come down the back straightaway, single file restart. It is going to be 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go. Unfortunate for Remington, back in the back of the pack. He's going to try to get what he can. As Brayton is up into the number 3 spot. Watch the 28 machine here tonight. Yeah, no, I'm going to watch them. I know how both of them are. As they come out of turn number 2, down into 3 and 4. It is going to be 5 laps to go. Looking for that green flag. Green flag is out. Oh, Brayton's going to get a good jump in that number 28. Can't quite get up underneath the 7 as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Let's see what happened to Anders here. Is he going to get sandwiched? Oh, he over-rotated. Oh, that is unfortunate. It is slick out here, guys. Remember that on these starts, especially if you're in the corner. All right, we are going green flag this time. By as we get them stacked up. Yeah, it's been weird, especially on that one. So, all right, guys, 4 laps to go. Looking for the green flag as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Going to be Moody leading the way. Green flag is out. Oh, big stack up as Pierce jumps down to the bottom side. He's going to go ahead and check it up as Timothy going to jump to his outside. Oh, they're going to be a little contact as they sandwich out of turn number 2. Big save by Pierce. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Battle for the lead as Anderson gives the pressure to Moody as we got one sideways back in the pack. He's turned around. Caution flag comes out. Kevin got sideways, goes around at the back of the pack. I saw it happening. He just got real loose up there on the top side. Yeah. So easy to do. That door bang kind of threw him off there. Oh, man. I feel bad. Lovelace had a good car tonight. And he's been stuck back there in the back. I'm good with the contact. And Tim and both of them have been good. They're going to race each other hard. I'm okay with that. I am definitely okay with the racing hard. All right, so Moody going to lead the way as they're going to look for the green flag. It is going to be a 2-lap shootout this time. 2-lap shootout. We do have green-white checkers on if there is an issue, so we will always have 2 laps to finish this with as they come out of turn number 2. Looking for the green flag. It is I-55, Federation Auto Parts, I-55. I love this track, personally. Look at, hang on, we're not going green. We're not going green. Who stopped on the track? I'm curious. I don't know why it decided not to go green. I didn't see anybody stop, but thank you for the 4 silver boxing gloves. Please appreciate that, Landon. As we look for the green flag into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be a 2-lap shootout here. Will we hit the checkered? Green flag is out. Green flag is out. Pierce trying to get a jump on that start. Gets up into Brayton. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Moody's going to start to pull away. Here comes Brayton out of turn number 2. Up underneath Anderson as they head through turn number 3 and 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Battle for that number 4 spot. Battle for second. Oh, a little bit of contact. Oh, Timothy gets into the back of them as they come into turn number 3 and 4. Big wreck as they spin in turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Moody with the win. Anderson second. Brayton in third. Timothy, Shane Haas, Zach Lovelace, Remington James, Anders, Pierce Aikens, Kevin, Keelan, and Dalton rounding out the field. Let's go take another look at that issue with oh, he over-rotated. Timothy definitely tried to not wreck him. Oh, Remington's going to be a victim here. Oh, my God. Big hit there as Moody takes the win. That was great. He didn't mean it, though. He didn't mean it. He clearly tried to back out of it. So, either way, good racing here tonight as we are going to go ahead and pull up those results. It is going to be Landon Moody with the win here tonight. Mingus Anderson in second. Going to be Brayton in that number 3 spot. Timothy Mesmer in fourth. Going to be Shane Haas in the number 5 spot. Zach Lovelace in 6th. Remington James in 7th. Yeah, they were. Going to be Jeffrey Anders in that number 8 spot. Kevin Fulmer in 9th. Pierce Aikens in 10th. Going to be Keelan Tate in the number 11 spot. Dalton Erb in 12th. Gabe Elkins 13th. Clint Sheehan 14th. And I do not think the rest of the guys graded up. We're going to go ahead and pull in our top 3. I don't know if Mangus, are you in Discord or no? I think I see you. I was just asking if you were in Discord, and then I seen you down here.
Yep.
Man, what a crazy one here tonight. We're going to start with Brayton. Brayton, man, you had the lead for a while. Good battle with you and Timothy. little bit of defense. You guys get pitched down an inside wall. Just good, hard racing out there. But man, that 28 was fast here tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with me and Tim there. We were racing hard, and I don't know if he just half spun it and just kind of locked it down or what was going on. But no, that was a real good race between everyone. I got to give a shout out to Magnus from coming from 12th to 2nd. Hell of a run.
Yeah, he was fast. A lot of few laps here tonight, so he definitely had a good run too. But man, you know, that contact, you got put to the back almost, got caught the caution, was definitely a big break for you. Not quite able to get around Anderson or Moody, but definitely had the car to do it. Do you think you needed a double file restart late in that one to have the opportunity? It looked racy, but everybody was just so good up at the front.
Yeah, if I could have gotten a double file restart starting third, I probably could have done something because I would have been could have had the bottom line going into one if I would have sent it in just right on Moody. But I don't think I would have gotten around Magnus or Moody at the end there, even if we had more laps. It was bottom locked down and they were just running too good.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty locked down there late in that one. It got slick. Well, why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors, and tell me how you say your name so that I don't fuck it up every race.
Yeah, I could give a shout out to you for streaming, putting this on. This is a really fun deal to run. You got to give a shout out for Magnus and everyone else that helps me out in IRL and on here. And you pronounce the last name Kayeski.
Kayeski. So it's a yes. So the J is a Y and the W is an S. Okay, I got it. Or the W silent. The W is silent.
It's all messed up.
Yeah, I'll get it. I just I'm looking at it and I was kicking myself for it. It's like I know I'm saying it wrong. But all right, I appreciate it. Anderson, man, what a race here tonight. You had the lead for a little bit there, just not quite enough for Moody at the end there. He gets around you. You try to get up underneath him, push him up a little bit. Couldn't quite do it, but man, that number 7 was ripping.
Oh yeah, man. I just had a really bad heat race. I don't think it was my fault. I think it was just the racing deal between the 3 cars that were there and put us towards the back. And I was like, well, at least it gives me some time to experiment with lines that we might be running later in the run. And I just had a feeling it was going to come back to the bottom, and I think I was one of the first people to go down there and start running it. And then sure enough, everyone else came down where I was. And maybe I should have saved that for a little bit later, but oh well.
You know, you're racing up through the field talking about trying different lines. I mean, when you were coming up through the field, you could go just about anywhere on the track. How surprised were you that this track was that racy early on? I mean, obviously it got slick, but early on until about the late half of the race, it was 2 and 3 lanes.
Oh yeah. I mean, in practice, like I always try the bottom, the middle, the top, slider, weird diamonds, and everything else. Just kind of thinking about, where I could run. Because the biggest thing I think in dirt racing is finding clean air to run in. When you got a car in front of you, you got to find a different line or throw a Hail Mary slider. But I don't really like throwing sliders. I like just raw speed, beating people in lines they never thought they expected. But yeah, it was difficult to kind of cut and dice through, but just doing that, and I'm used to in real life, just kind of going wherever I can find some grip. So,
well, great run here tonight. Good to see you out there. Maybe we'll see you again next week. Got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
yeah. Braden, a good friend of mine. Turn and Burn podcast, Grid Banter. Racing Boys, Hatch Designs. Hatchy always makes some hot looking wraps for me, so this one's one of my favorites, so I'm happy I get to show it off. My buddy Cha Cha. That's about it.
Well, I'll be a fan of your car. I usually run the number 7, so
It's a good number.
Definitely a good number. Landon Moody. Robert in the chat says time to think about a bounty on Moody.
Bring it on.
We almost got one today. It was almost given to Tate. Man, you take the lead early on. Obviously, I don't think Tate expected Pierce to be so far behind the field and thought he had time to get turned around. You guys get stacked up, get the damage, it screws up the lineup. You're back in the field, nose damage. I mean, how worried were you early on after that?
Well, I mean, I didn't know I had nose damage until Shane was telling me. So I essentially no-nose Nevin my way to victory. So I guess I'm the only one that I was able to do it. But yeah, I don't know. The whole race was stressed. The whole race in general there was so many problems. Me getting bumped down to third off the bat. I don't know what the scoring did there. I don't know if that was the iRacing deal or I don't know what happened with the scoring there. I shouldn't have been third to begin with. I should have been back up front, but it is what it is. But just, yeah, I mean, happened to come from third to get back up front. I honestly didn't think I was going to get to the front. I didn't even know Brayton and Timmy got into each other on the bottoms. I saw him, was like, okay. It's like I was wondering like why I was second because I was following Magnus through, and I was like, hardly didn't see nothing. And I looked back just now, and they were rolling the bottom, and they both right. I was like, okay, take them any way you can get them. But I mean, and not to mention, I was having the frame issues that Ethan and Remington were having last week. I don't know why I didn't have them last week, and I don't know what changes between this track and USA, but definitely iRacing needs to fix it before it gets really out of hand. I mean, it was bad. I mean, I was down to 30 something frames at one point, so it was rough for sure.
Well, you know, obviously one of the more competitive fields we had, Brayton and Timothy were putting on a hell of a show up at the front, pulling away. You were back there racing for third. You had Remington there. You had Lovelace there for a while. I mean, Lovelace was staying on your tail at the start there when you guys were first and second. I mean, the field has gotten so competitive. You've happened to win 3 out of the 4 races so far, but how hard is it going to be to keep that streak going? I mean, each week it seems like you have more and more competition.
I mean, it ain't gonna get any easier from here. I mean, that's just the way of putting it. And I mean, the whole rest of the whole season has been very challenging. I mean, I'd say, Volusia, I definitely had to fight for that one. I came up spots short there, and then got it back last week and week before that. So
Cedar
I guess
Lake, yep.
What, 3? It's just, yeah, it's 3 in a row, I reckon. So I mean, but they haven't been easy though. I will say this season has not been. Is definitely I've had to earn a lot of these wins for sure. It's definitely been. It's only going to get harder from here. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I got to say something to someone in chat. Dalton, I definitely watched you, and I'm sure everybody up at the front watched you. You've gotten so much better. We get a little bit of speed with that. I think you're going to be running. I said something earlier that I think you'll be running up with the field later on in the season. Definitely some improvement. And you've seen that. Like, I mean, even Tate had some issues today, but he's looking better. Dalton looking better. So a lot of these guys out here are starting to look better as they get used to the car. Definitely not the easiest car to drive under. But probably
especially
one of the
when
funnest.
It gets slick like this too.
But probably
when
one of the
when it starts to get slick, it definitely it proposes its challenges for sure when it gets slick.
For sure. Well, why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors, and we're gonna go race some trucks at Charlotte.
Yes, sir. I want to thank you for putting on this deal. Always enjoying for sure. It's always something new happening every week. It seems like with this series, but it's been a lot of fun. All the guys at 3D Racing, all the guys that came out and raced tonight, Shane, Clint, Remington. Unfortunately, Remington had some more bad luck. I hate it for him because he was running good there at the end and got wrecked out of the podium spot. Timmy, all these guys out here, and Justin Norwood Spin Sports, Precision 3D Prints and Designs, and all the friends and family watching.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming out, and honestly, some good racing to watch tonight.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys, that is going to be it for tonight. Great racing, phenomenal racing here tonight. We're going to be back next week. Make sure you guys mark your calendars. Tomorrow we got some wood if you guys want to run some asphalt racing. So make sure you guys come check us out tomorrow night, 10:30. The session opens about 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be going live. Make sure you got those likes, shares, and follows out there. And as always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.